Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak English with Master.
Welcome back, guys. Today's conversation is really special because this is not just about English.
Yeah, it's about fear, failure, confidence, and what can happen when someone finally decides enough is enough. I'm changing my life.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people listening will feel this deeply because today we're talking about someone who could not speak English confidently just a few months ago.
Not just not fluent, we mean truly struggling. The kind of struggle where your mind knows what you want to say, but your mouth just can't say it.
That painful moment when the words are stuck inside you.
And honestly, that feeling hurts.
It really does. So, let's tell this story properly. His name was Jake. He was 26 years old from Brazil. And like many young people, he had a dream.
A big dream.
Yeah, he wanted to work for an international company as a software engineer. He was smart, hardworking, and serious about his future.
He wasn't lazy, he wasn't unserious, he wasn't someone wasting time.
Not at all. He had already worked hard on his technical skills. He spent years learning, practicing, improving. He believed that if he became really good at coding, life would reward him.
And then one day, it finally happened.
He got the email.
The email that so many people dream of.
Congratulations, you've been selected for an interview.
Can you imagine that moment?
Man, your heart starts racing, your mind starts jumping into the future.
You start imagining your new life, a better salary, a better career, maybe helping your family, maybe finally feeling proud of yourself.
Exactly. That one email can make you feel like life is finally opening a door for you.
But then, the interview day came.
He joined the video call. 3 interviewers were there, all speaking English naturally, confidently, fluently.
And in the beginning, he tried to stay calm.
But then they started speaking.
And everything changed.
Their English sounded too fast,
Too smooth.
too natural.
And suddenly, Jake felt lost.
Then came the first question. Can you tell us about yourself and your experience?
Such a simple question, right?
Yes, a simple question, if you know how to answer it in English.
But for Jake, that moment felt like pressure, fear, embarrassment, all at once.
He knew the answer in his mind.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, he was not stupid. He was not unqualified. He had the knowledge. He had the experience. But when it was time to speak,
He started giving broken answers, short, weak, nervous sentences.
and you know that feeling when you can hear yourself sounding unsure, and that makes you even more nervous?
That spiral.
Exactly, that painful spiral. The interview continued, but deep inside he already knew.
He had lost it.
Not because he wasn't talented,
Not because he wasn't smart.
but because he couldn't express himself in English.
That kind of moment can break your heart.
It can, because you realize something painful.
Sometimes your dream is not far away because of a lack of talent.
Sometimes it's one skill, one barrier, one missing key.
And for Jake, that key was English.
That night he felt ashamed,
Embarrassed.
angry.
Maybe even a little disappointed in himself.
Yeah, but sometimes pain becomes a turning point.
Sometimes the moment that humiliates you is the same moment that wakes you up.
And that's exactly what happened.
Jake made a decision, a real decision, not the kind people say emotionally and forget the next day.
A serious one.
He told himself, I'm going to learn English. No more excuses. No more running away from it.
Now here's where the story gets interesting.
Because he did not do what most people do.
Right. He didn't rush to spend a lot of money on another expensive course.
He had already tried that before.
And like many learners, he noticed something frustrating.
He could study rules,
Memorize words.
do grammar exercises,
But when it was time to speak to a real person,
nothing.
or almost nothing.
And honestly, a lot of English learners know this pain. You study so much, but when real life arrives, your confidence disappears.
So Jake changed his strategy. He stopped asking, how can I study more?
And started asking, How can I actually speak?
The first thing he did was surprisingly simple.
He stopped chasing hundreds of new vocabulary words.
That sounds strange, right? Because everyone says learn more words, learn more words.
But Jake realized he already knew many words. His real problem was using them quickly and naturally.
So instead of memorizing random lists, he focused on simple, useful, everyday sentences.
Things like, can you repeat that? I'm learning English. I don't understand. Can you help me? What does that mean?
Small sentences, real sentences, survival sentences.
And every morning, he repeated them out loud again and again,
Until they started feeling natural.
until his mouth was no longer fighting every word.
Then he started doing something that many people feel shy to do.
Talking to himself.
Yes, in English.
In the kitchen, in the shower, while walking, while getting dressed, while making coffee.
He described his actions, his plans, his feelings.
Simple lines like, I'm making breakfast. I need to answer some emails today. I feel tired, but I need to keep going.
And that helped him in a huge way because there was no pressure,
No audience.
no judgment.
Just practice. Honest practice.
And sometimes that private practice is what gives you the confidence for public speaking later.
Another thing he did was really smart. He copied real English from real speakers.
Not robotic textbook sentences.
Not weird examples nobody uses in real life.
He listened to native speakers in videos, movies, podcasts, interviews, and repeated what they said.
Not only the words, but also the feeling,
The rhythm,
the pronunciation,
the pauses.
the natural flow.
This changed the way he sounded. Bit by bit, he stopped sounding like someone reading English and started sounding like someone living it.
After the first few weeks, Jake noticed something small but powerful.
He was no longer freezing all the time.
Yeah, he still wasn't fluent, but now he could respond faster,
And that gave him hope.
which matters so much.
It really does, because when learners see even a little progress, their energy changes.
Then he added another habit. Every day, he asked himself questions in English and answered them immediately.
Questions like, what did I do today? What am I feeling right now? What are my goals this year?
At first, his answers were short,
Very short.
but he pushed himself to add more detail every time.
And that trained his brain to build longer answers without panic.
Now let's talk about pronunciation, because this is something many learners worry about.
Jake worried about it too.
He felt his accent was too strong and that his speech sounded heavy.
So he started shadowing.
One of the best methods, honestly.
He would listen to a sentence from a native speaker and repeat it immediately, trying to match the sound, speed, and energy.
This is not just pronunciation practice, it's confidence practice too.
Exactly, because the more your mouth gets used to English sounds, the less fear you feel when it's time to speak.
Then came another powerful breakthrough, vocabulary through stories.
Not through boring memorization.
No, through stories.
Instead of learning 5 random words and forgetting them tomorrow, he used those words in a small, personal story.
And that made the words stick.
Because our brains love meaning. They love connection. They remember emotion and context better than dry lists.
But maybe the biggest transformation was mental.
Yes, he stopped translating every thought from his native language into English.
That's a huge problem for many learners.
Because translation makes you slow. It makes your speech feel heavy and delayed.
So Jake trained himself to think in English.
He described the world around him in English. He wrote in English. He asked himself questions in English. He lived inside the language a little more every day.
And slowly, English became less foreign,
Less scary.
less distant.
Then came the hardest part for him.
Real conversations.
Because practicing alone is safe.
But speaking to real people, that's where fear gets real.
Jake was terrified.
Terrified of making mistakes.
Terrified of being judged.
Terrified of freezing again like he did in that interview.
But he did it anyway.
That's courage, by the way. Courage is not feeling no fear.
It's feeling fear and speaking anyway.
He joined online English-speaking groups and started talking to people from different countries.
And something beautiful happened.
He realized he was not alone.
Everyone there was learning. Everyone was trying. Everyone had insecurities.
That made him relax.
And when he relaxed, his English improved even more.
One day, after months of this daily practice, Jake stood in front of the mirror and started speaking.
Like he had done many times before.
But this time, something felt different.
The words were not fighting him anymore.
He wasn't translating.
He wasn't panicking.
He was simply speaking.
And I think that's such an emotional moment for any learner.
It is.
Because you suddenly realize, wait, I'm changing. I'm really changing.
All those small daily efforts, all those awkward repetitions, all those lonely practice sessions, they were working.
Then came the final test.
He applied again for an international job.
And this time, he walked into that interview as a different person.
Not perfect,
But prepared.
not fearless.
But stronger.
This time, when they asked him questions, he answered with clarity.
When they asked about his experience, he explained it confidently.
When the conversation moved forward, he moved with it.
No freezing, no silence, no collapsing under pressure. Just honest communication.
And then, a few days later, he got the news.
He got the job.
That moment must have felt unreal.
Imagine holding your phone, hearing the words, and realizing that the thing which once blocked your future is no longer blocking it.
That's not just success.
That's transformation.
That's healing.
That's proof that hard things can change. And you know what I love most about this story?
What?
It's not really about English alone.
Exactly.
It's about becoming someone new, someone braver, someone more confident, someone who no longer runs away from their weakness.
Yes, English became more than a language. It became a door, a tool, a turning point.
So if you're listening right now and feeling discouraged, please hear this carefully.
Your English today is not your final English.
Your mistakes are not your identity.
Your fear is not proof that you can't do it.
It's only proof that this matters to you.
And if it matters to you, fight for it.
Speak even if your voice shakes.
Practice even if it feels slow.
Repeat even if it feels boring.
Keep going even if nobody claps for you yet.
Because one day, your effort will speak for you. Let's leave them with the biggest lesson. Let's do it. You do not need perfect English to begin. You need courage to begin. You do not need expensive lessons to change your life. You need consistency. You do not need to sound like a native speaker tomorrow. You just need to become better than yesterday. And that's the real message of today's story. If Jake could rebuild his confidence, improve his English, and create a new future for himself, then you can start doing the same from today. One sentence at a time, one habit at a time, one brave moment at a time. Thank you so much for listening to Speak English with Master. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs hope. And if you are on your English journey right now, don't stop. Your breakthrough may be closer than you think. We believe in you. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.